Hey guys, going to film a little quick video here. We're going to do Kingoween number 8, day 8. And today we are taking a look at, it was one of my favorite ones to read. I haven't read it for probably about 20 years, but when I was in high school I read it several times, probably, maybe once every few years. So several times, even during the summer. But it touches on a subject that I always like the concept of. And lately we've been watching on Disney Plus the What If series from Marvel, which kind of talks about like the multiverse and different universes. And that's kind of what this book relates to. It's Stephen King's The Talisman that he co-wrote with Peter Straub. So it was one of his collaborations. And basically the concept of it is, for those who aren't familiar with it, it's the story about this young boy who has the ability to travel between two different worlds back and forth. And the worlds are very similar, but slight differences. And he goes on this adventure trying to save his mother. Definitely one of my favorite King books. I would definitely highly recommend it. I keep it a little bit different out of my collection. Since it's a collaboration. It's not a straight, totally King book, but you can definitely tell his influences in there. And then the sequel, which The Black House, also ties in directly to the Dark Tower on a much deeper level. So this one does also tie into the Dark Tower, just not quite in the same way. But yeah, so we have the hardcover of the Talisman. Then I also have the paperback cover that goes along with the hardcover one. And then the re-release version. And the re-release hardcover. And then I did not even realize that this existed, but there are apparently Talisman comic books. So different comic books based off the Talisman. I think it's a 4-part series and I only have 3. Oh no, it's a 5-part series and I only have 0, 4, and 5. So I need 1, 2, and 3. But I'll get them eventually. But yeah, the Talisman. It's a good book. It talks about the traveling between the different worlds. I like the concept, the way he does that, kind of like he does in the Dark Tower with the portals. Only this one does it a little bit differently. It's a young boy on his adventure trying to, find this mystical object to try and save his mother's life. Definitely recommend it. I would say you should definitely check it out. I've heard rumors that there may be either a TV series or possibly a movie in the works, but they've been talking about doing a movie of this one for forever, since even when I first started reading it in high school. There is actually a clip online. If you go to YouTube, you can Google it. There was like a scene that I think it was a fan-made scene that was taken from the Talisman. That was actually pretty cool. It's Jack up in the hotel looking out of the window, and then there's somebody out there, and he like transforms. And you should check it out if it's something that you would like, if you're a King fan or like the Talisman. But yeah, so welcome today to Kingoween. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing something a little bit scary. I'll do a Kingoween video as well. But I'm also taking that pile of books there to the used book store to sell. I decided to thin out some of my collection. A lot of them were double copies. Some of them were like my reading copies, where I had a nicer copy and a reading copy. Since I don't read as much as I used to, I figured I can get rid of some of my reading copies. So talk about scary, that's really scary. So hope everyone's staying safe and keep reading.